Ladies and gentlemen, we are saying that the government has given us power and is continuing to sensitize her citizens to understand that now the local council courts can also handle the cases of domestic violence in addition to police and magistrates. That is according to Domestic Violence Act 2010, Section 6, Clause 1. And also Domestic Violence Regulations, Regulation 3. So ladies and gentlemen, we are supposed to learn and see how these cases are supposed to be handled by the local council courts or LCC. Because now the government has empowered the local council courts also to handle the matters of domestic violence at a certain degree. So domestic violence is defined in different ways, as I said earlier. Now we want to see how domestic violence is defined by law. Domestic Violence Act 2010 defines domestic violence to include physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse, or economic abuse. And economic abuse as directed at a family member or someone living within the same domestic setting as a perpetrator also involves harassing, harming, injuring, and endangering the victim in order to force them to agree for any unlawful demands for any property or valuable security. So ladies and gentlemen, that is brief how we can define domestic violence. Now, according to law, there are very many things that we have talked about, which we shall explain more. Some people think that only beating a woman, fighting among the family members is what we call domestic violence. But domestic violence is something viral. It goes wide to the things that we ignore at home. Parents torture their children financially, economically, torture their wives. Wives torture their husbands and children